So more on NFL rule changes. I haven't quite heard if they have voted on this one as of yet, but I kind of hope so because this one I actually like. Welcome back to another podcast here on the Washington Football Maniacs channel. My name is Greg. I am your host. This channel is dedicated to the Washington Commanders, the NFL football team. If you're down with that, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, when you do, hit that notification bell so you will know when another video is about to be released. If you're also looking for other ways to support this channel, you can support this channel by visiting our partners' website, Mint Mobile. They can save you a lot of money on your cell phone bill, and they have a great promotion going on right now. Check it out.
Have you ever thought to yourself, why in the is my wireless cell phone bill so high? What are you paying all of that money for? Well, at Mint Mobile, you can get all of those features for a fraction of the cost. They are built on the nation's largest 5G network, and they keep their costs low because they directly sell to you. Switching to Mint Mobile is so easy. It took me less than 15 minutes using Mint Mobile's eSIMs card. And if you don't have an eSIMs card with your cell phone, just get in touch with Mint Mobile and they'll send you a SIMs card through the mail absolutely free. Big Wireless wants you to think that they are the only game in town, but let's send them packing. Switch to Mint Mobile today. Go to our link down at the bottom in the description. Try mintmobile.com/maniacs to get started today. And get this special offer for new customers. Get any plan on Mint Mobile for $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month for any plan on Mint Mobile, but you gotta act now. Now let's get back into the podcast.
So the NFL is trying to make a lot of changes. You know, we are talking about the hip drop tackle, which I am not a fan of whatsoever. But what I am a fan of is the changes with the kickoffs. And I like that because it is encouraging more kickoff returns. And for the past few years, we have been seeing a majority of touchbacks. And it's almost at the point where why even kick off? Just go ahead and give the other team the ball at the 25-yard line, be done with it, because that's pretty much what has been happening. Very seldom do you really see kickoff returns in the NFL. And so now there's been a proposal to change that, where basically, and I'm trying to find all the details, but and I just read on the details. Let's see, new kickoff rules for the NFL explained. That's even better. Okay, so the proposal aims to increase kickoff returns and reduce injury by eliminating the running start of the kickoff team and by incentivizing kickers to drop kicks into a landing zone, which extends from the goal line to the 20-yard line. And any kick that drops in the landing zone must be returned. So it's no more touchbacks. If basically there's no more touchbacks if it lands within that range. So it's from the goal line to the 20-yard line. Now, if it bounces into the end zone from the landing zone, it must be returned or downed. And any kick that falls short of the landing zone will be treated like an out-of-bounds kickoff and placed on the receiving team's 40-yard line. So basically, if the kick, lands at the 25, it's dead. Any kick that lands in the end zone or goes out of the back of the end zone is touchback and will be placed on the 30-yard line. So it really is incentivizing kickoff returns. And no more is it that the team is just simply just, kick the ball as hard as you want to. They're only going to get it at the 25-yard line, which back in the day, um, if there was a touchback, teams got it at only the 20-yard line. And this was back in the day where kickers really, I think they kicked off from the 30-yard line, 25 or 30-yard line in their own territory. And so, honestly, almost every single time there was a kickoff return. But the thing was that all of the players could move when the the kicker moved, or I should say, as soon as the kicker kicked the ball, everybody was off and running. It probably was a more dangerous way of doing the kick, or the kick return or kickoff, but you definitely had more kickoff returns that way. You didn't have a lot that returned like past the 30-yard line, unless you had some dynamic kick returners. I remember Washington had Mike Nelms back in the early '80s, and he had no fear. Like when he caught the football, he went straight up the middle. He didn't try to juke. He didn't try to run to the side. He always went straight up the middle, and he was fantastic. More times than not, you had a positive return from him. Sometimes a big return from Mike Nelms than you did not, and that was great. And in the past few years, it's just really been an afterthought with the kickoff. And so I'm really hoping that this one passes, because I know this is really going to be a huge change, but I think it's much needed. Now, it is going to help to improve probably more scoring eventually, because it looks like no matter what, the offense is going to have pretty decent field goal position. I always feel like if you're starting at the 30-yard line, that's pretty good. That's actually really good, because you only need, 25 yards, and you're already in the other team's territory. And so I really do like this one, especially if it does help to curb injuries. This one I can get behind. I can't really get behind the hip drop one. I understand the high ankle sprains, the high knee sprains, or whatever. I get that, but at the same time, I think that one is making it almost impossible for defensive backs, especially if they're in a pursuit position. But this one I can get behind. So, folks, let me know what you think about this one. I really like this one a whole lot. I think it's going to improve the NFL. Hope it passes. At the time of the recording of this video, I have not heard that it's passed yet. By the time that this video goes live, there's a good chance that it will. But either way, we'll talk about it. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a share. Let me know how I did. Let me know your thoughts on these rule changes, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.